Bonjour, ladies and gentlemen. How's it going? Screezilla here, and I hope you're all very well indeed. And you join me today in World of Warships. Now, we are sailing out in the Émile Bertin, the French cruiser, light cruiser. We're in a pretty good match here. We're sort of we're up there in the tiers. I think we're pretty much top tier, so that's good. And as an aircraft carrier, there's quite a few destroyers, so it's an okay match. Now, the Émile Bertin is a French fast light cruiser. Now, saying a fast French light cruiser is a bit silly, really, because they were all pretty much fast. That was their design ethos. But the Émile Bertin is named after Louis-Émile Bertin, 19th century French naval architect. He was the French architect who built some of the Japanese ships, most notably the where am I? The Matsushima, the flagship of the Japanese Navy in the Sino-Japanese conflict. He actually built quite a few ships in Japan. The cruisers Matsushima, Ichikami, and Hishidate. Along with two small cruisers, the Chiyoda and the Yama, the Chishima light cruiser, Tako frigate, and a lot of torpedo boats. He was a pretty great designer of ships. He had the philosophy of light, fast, but powerful warships, very well armed warships, and that's kind of what the Émile Bertin is. So the Émile Bertin is, as I say, it's a very powerful, light French warship. And it's pretty good, actually. It's one of my favourite boats to play around with. I really do enjoy playing with it. Now, this V70 over here, the German destroyer, trying to get guns on sight. And missed the first salvo. Fire off the rear guns, just in a hope we might hit it. Boom! A headshot. Oh yes, we got a devastating strike. One hit kill. Oh boy, that felt good. That felt very good. Now the Émile Bertin has 152mm guns. She has 9 of them. 6 at the front, 3 at the back. Also has relatively good secondary armament of 4 90mm guns, which are also anti-aircraft guns, 8 37mm anti-aircraft guns, and 16 40mm anti-aircraft guns. You know, that sort of area. As long as many lower caliber guns. She also carries 6 550mm torpedoes. Now, the Émile Bertin had quite a few different modifications, so some of those guns, you know, were part of modifications and upgrade processes. She originally had 2 seaplanes and 1 catapult to launch them. As you can see, we've got our catapult fighter here. And, yeah, they were removed in about 1943, I think. Now, the Émile Bertin was the flagship for a flotilla of 12 of the large. Now, where am I? Where's my notes? Got a nice hit there again. Incapacitated the destroyer again. So had some really good ships. Some really good hits even. What am I looking for? Trying to remember the name of the thing. Crikey, I've forgotten the name of the things. Contra-torpillas. The large destroyers that the French used, fast, big, large destroyers. And she was the leader of the flotilla of 12 of those. And that was in the Atlantic. She also had a mission to Lebanon in 1939, carrying the gold of the Polish state, 57 tons of it, in fact, which she delivered to Toulon. She delivered to Lebanon to save the gold from the Nazis, of course. Now, she has a relatively good history. The Émile Bertin fought with the Allies in the Norwegian campaign. Did receive damage from an aircraft. She got bombed and had to return to get some repairs done. I also made quite a few trips to Halifax in Nova Scotia, carrying gold from the Bank of France to that area. She, of course, also served with the British and the Allies under the Free French flag. The Vichy French wanted her to be immobilised. Nice hit there on the Dene. Got a good citadel even with the high explosives there. These things have got some good penetration punch to them. Just on that Clemson there. Getting some shots off. So yeah, the Vichy wanted her disarmed and destroyed by the Americans, but she kept fighting. She joined the Allies in June of 1943 under the French colours, and was modernised in the Philadelphia Naval Shipyard. She mainly operated in the Mediterranean and took part in the Allied invasion of the south of France, Operation Dragoon, in 1944, and also helped the Allies in Italy by bombarding the German positions. She was a gunnery boat for the French Navy until 1959. She was one of the training ships for them, and she was finally scrapped in October of that year. So a relatively good history on the Émile Bertin. And as I say, it's one of my favourite little boats. It's a really nice boat to play around with. And that's because it's very fast. It's relatively sneaky. It's almost like a overly large destroyer. It's a bit like the British ships. But it doesn't have smoke, things like that. The big thing for her is her guns. And the 153mm guns with the high explosive shells and the armor piercing shells are very, very good. You do get a lot of over penetrations with the armor piercing though. You have to be a bit careful with them. So the high explosives is often the better way to go. You set quite a few fires, things like that, but all honesty, you just cause quite a good bit of damage with them. As you see here, we've had a relatively good game. We've got 2 kills. We've got 4 incapacitations, 27 hits, 1 fire, 1 citadel, and 2 planes shot down. The enemy aircraft carriers just come into appearance. Now, this game was pretty fun, actually. We had a really good battle down in the this area here. There were many destroyers. I think the majority of their destroyer force and a couple of their cruisers were down here. Well, you can see all of their battleships and the main cruiser force are up in this section here, and they really got decimated. This enemy team really did not do very well with 2 fronts, fighting on the 2 fronts, and a lot of it was down to our destroyer force being pretty much centered in this area. It probably would have helped if we had 1 destroyer out over here to help our battleships, but we had our destroyers over here with myself, and we were able to provide some really good fire support. Now we're just going to be firing at this König here, the German battleship, and right now I'm just really having fun. I'm sort of not worried about anything. I'm sort of just YOLOing, one could say. And then the Shenyang appears, the Pan-Asia destroyer. Now, launch some torpedoes into that smoke, and the torpedoes are actually very good on this boat. You've got 9 kilometers, I think it is. Let's have a look, see. Now, we've incapacitated the of the ships. Where am I going? What do I want? That's what I want. So, about a 9-kilometer range. Our deep water torpedoes are coming in. We managed to hit the destroyer there. And we got our torpedoes out on that Koenig there as well. We just avoid those deep water torpedoes. Take out the Koenig. The Shenyang appears from the smoke, very damaged. And we just swing our gun around and just miss the killing blow, the coup de grace, so to say. And that is our game over and done with. Okay, let's just bring up the post-match stats. So as you see here, we'll just get that. Where am I? That's what I wanted. So this game was really profitable for me. It went very well. So let's get this set up for us. Okay, let's just get these all done. Whoop. Hopefully this will come into focus. There we go. Alrighty, there we go. Finally got it working. Alrighty. So, as you see here, we ended up getting 177,000 credits, 2,000 experience, 300 free experience. We got the first blood and detonation. 53,000 damage caused, which is not bad. 56 hits, 2 torpedoes, 2 planes shot down, 4 incapacitations, 3 ships destroyed, 1 fire, 2 flooding, and 1 citadel. And you can see I'm just working on the taste of blood here because I quite wouldn't mind the vampire, the vampire destroyer. It looks kind of interesting. Okay, let's just grab the next one up. Doop 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 doop. So we finished top of the team, as you can see, with 1,449 experience points, beating out the Zuho there, which had 2 kills. They had a very good game. The team did very well, in all honesty. The enemy Zuho had a good game against the planes, but that was all that you could say there, really. It was a bit of outclassmanship. I think the... Go away, you. The enemy Koenig probably had the best game, as it's the only one that actually managed to sink one of our ships. So we pretty much dominated that game there, so only the New York and the Myogi survived. And as you see here, 11,700 damage to that V170 there, pretty much all its hits points in one go. 10,205 damage to the Shenyang, 7,260 to the Zuhai, the Clemson 4,000, the Danae 11,000, and the Koenig 8,000. So we had a good game there. We caused quite a lot of damage. We didn't receive that much damage, in all honesty. We did very well to not receive too much damage, which is always nice. We didn't die, so that's always a nice feeling. And where am I? Next one. There we go. So as you see, we got a decent credit reward. We earned 1,770,000 credits, and after repairs and bits like that, we got a nice profit out of that game. Would have done better with premium, of course. Got some nice commander experience and some experience as well. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Have a lovely day, and I will see you again soon. This is Screezilla out. Bye bye.